This is Andrew Sutherland reporting live from the studio in Harker Heights, Texas, on Serious Grind Boxing. There's been a lot of discussion about Dana White's entrance into boxing through TKO alongside Turki Alalshikh. Concerns have been raised about whether this venture will change the landscape of boxing or struggle against the entrenched power structure. Dana White has a lot of strengths as a promoter. There's no doubt that Dana White is a master at hype promotion and brand building. His personal brand and ability to generate media attention could help bring more exposure to boxing. His control of the UFC's monopoly allowed him to dictate terms. But boxing operates differently. The real question is, can he compete with existing boxing promoters? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Unlike MMA, where he bought out competitors like Pride and Strikeforce, boxing already has powerful promotional entities like Top Rank Boxing, Matchroom, Premier Boxing Champions PBC, Golden Boy, and a few others that won't simply fold. Boxing is a fragmented sport, meaning no single promoter has exclusive control like UFC does in mixed martial arts. Fighters in boxing are not tied down like UFC fighters. They fight across different promotions via cross-promotional deals, purse bids, and mandatory challengers. Is TKO a league or just another boxing promotion? What do you think? Dana White insists it's just a promotional company, but history suggests otherwise. In MMA, the UFC essentially became a league by locking fighters into exclusive contracts, controlling matchmaking, and even creating its own rankings and championship belts. If TKO boxing fighters are not allowed to fight outside their promotion, this creates a closed ecosystem, essentially a league. If fighters can't participate in sanctioning body rankings, also known as the WBC, WBO, IBF, and WBA, they are essentially cut off from traditional world title paths. Another major concern is the Muhammad Ali Act. This act protects boxers from predatory contracts and requires transparency in earnings, rankings, and matchmaking. UFC fighters are not protected by the act, since UFC fighters are not controlled by the Muhammad Ali Act, so this allows Dana White to maintain total control over them. In boxing, White can't do this unless he finds a loophole or pushes for a legal change in America. However, what if there is a bigger plan at play? In Saudi Arabia, with the global expansion of boxing, the sport of boxing is slowly moving into international waters. Turki Alalshikh and Riyadh Season have quickly become a major player in boxing, funding huge fights at an affordable rate. If TKO focuses on Middle Eastern or international fights, they could bypass regulations that exist in the United States like the Muhammad Ali Act. However, most boxers still aspire to win traditional belts, so attracting top talent might be a challenge. Will TKO achieve new heights in boxing? Success is not a certainty, and they will surely face challenges ahead. Existing boxing promoters will not cooperate with a closed system model. Sanctioning bodies may refuse to rank TKO fighters if they don't fight within their system. Fighter contracts will be very important if Dana White forces fighters to exclusively fight under TKO. This new venture may struggle to attract big names. However, there is a lot of potential for success. If TKO gets exclusive rights to mega fights like Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, it could gain legitimacy. If they sign rising stars and create their own compelling matchups, they could build momentum. Saudi money plus UFC marketing power could make their events too big to ignore. Seriously, the bottom line is here. Dana White's entry into boxing is not a guaranteed success, but his money, connections, and hype machine make him a dangerous disruptor. Boxing's fractured nature has protected it from monopolization. But will that remain the case? What do you think? Will Dana White's TKO boxing take over the sport, or will it crash and burn like past failed attempts? This is serious boxing news from Serious Grind Boxing. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation in the comments.